Why, hello there, everybody, and welcome to a fine Saturday evening, or whatever it happens to be in your time zone. I'm sectoral leader Cody, and I'm Cody. Oh my goodness. We made it to the end of the week already. That is quite something. Also, my goodness, we have so many amazing people here already. So congrats on getting first Omega. Congrats on getting second Helio. Welcome on in. Congrats on getting third J. Munchies, welcome on in. Aqua, welcome on in. That 113 sessions with that 99.1%. At least the check-in system is not letting people down. I don't know what the heck is going on with the watch streaks. The watch streaks seem to just occasionally not be counting people actually being present, apparently. It just seems to be getting worse. Because now we've got, like, more and more people reporting it. CC said 89.1%. CC doesn't even know what numbers I'm actually saying. What the heck? We got Jay checking in for the 61 session. It sounds so weird to say 61th. 61st session. We got SLdr checking in for the 71st session. Welcome on in. My goodness. ASM guy also went on in with the 26 sessions, maintaining that 100%. Heck yes. And we got Corey coming on in with the 61 sessions at 89.7%. Which hopefully... Oh, good. Good. CC actually knew how to do that. All right. Did anybody's percentages change unusually? No, 99.1. No, everything seems about right for that, thankfully. But my goodness, what the heck is up with Twitch and constantly messing up on streaks? Now, I do see 2 streaks that did successfully get to milestones. Munchies with the 20 streak. Corey with the 30 streak. So, yes. Glad it made it to those. Streaks have been somewhat difficult to maintain. Because they've just been behaving so oddly. Like, what the heck is going on with them? Wednesday will be my 90th. Oh my goodness. We're starting to close in on that 100 mark. And that's a pretty big deal. Hey, Twitch, can you update the API to actually include streaks? So that I can have Firebot identify and celebrate the big milestones? That'd be really cool. 114 sessions at 100% with Omega. There we go. Yeah, it's already happened to Jay multiple times where it wasn't counting your presence. So, make sure that your channel points are channel points, silver pieces. Make sure that they are accumulating periodically. Make sure you're seeing that plus 10, that plus 12, whatever the number is periodically, because that means it's actually like counting your presence, and it should also increase your streak. If you don't see that number and your channel points are just sitting at the same one, something might be wrong. You might need to refresh. Usually the only time that happens is when you, usually the only time when that happens is when you have too many tabs open, but lately it's just been happening to people regardless, and it's really annoying. But yeah, a refresh or a channel point redemption should also help around too. Oh, that's right. It is Corey's birthday. Happy birthday. My goodness. Happy birthday. That's not much of... That's not... Hold on. Well, that's a wave. Okay, I don't think I have a proper preset animation for that celebration, but happy freaking birthday. My goodness. I hope your day has been treating you extra well. Sangi also got lucky with triggering that 25%. We got the chance the chance to know your reaction to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Oh, so that's actually been out for a bit. I'm a little confused on why they're like reaching out to different franchises in a pattern that a Fortnite-like pattern. But overall, I am very much interested in that. I've also got an incentive related to that on there, on the finale, actually. I've been putting together those plans today. It's also only 1 hour into my birthday. Oh, right on! Well, there we go. I don't have to say happy early birthday or anything like that. I mean, from one time zone to another, happy birthday. But yeah, make sure your channel points are accumulating periodically there. Just, that should make it absolutely certain that your streak has increased by 1, and Twitch isn't going to pretend that you didn't accumulate and that you didn't watch. Ridiculous. Like, what the heck's going on? Definitely make Twitch your channel points are accumulated. That should make it certain whether Twitch is counting. Okay, that was very lame, Sectoral Captain. You could have tried so much better. But yeah, I don't think there was an OBS crash yesterday. There was Twitch screwed around with my token on Wednesday. There was that. However, in order for a streak to roll over, you have to be offline for a certain period of time and then go back online. There is a minimum gap between streams that has to elapse before it will count another streak. What is it, like 30 minutes or something like that? I'm here, but not here. Soon cook Easter lunch for 14 people. My goodness. That'll be a little project, that's for sure. Little project. That'll be a pretty decent project in terms of cooking all that. Trying to learn how to reverse proxy a Minecraft server. Yeah, I'm no network expert. I barely touch networking. I know how to troubleshoot networking to some extent. I know the ping chain and all that, and how to diagnose point of failure and all that stuff, but that's about as far as the network expertise go. We got the streaks going off. Let me scroll down, make sure I'm not missing anybody else. So far, it seems to be someone else on my skill set, but trying to expand. I really should be teaching myself something else. You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea. I should teach myself JavaScript, but I don't want to touch JavaScript. Silly chanting Aussie is a surefire way to find an Aussie. Because they'll always chant oi 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 back to it. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's Ogie 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 over there. Ah. And then, yeah, we had that tush tush a tush. Oh, okay. In the Black Country, okay, signaled to the miners that supper was ready, and oi 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 was a confirmation that they were coming back up. Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting. Jay getting that 52 out of 100, being in the middle. Relatable to a lot of us. Some sweetness, some salt, and a pinch of several different spices. I have some sweet and some salt right now. For the form of snacks. Oh yeah, anybody who's relying on CC, I apologize in representation of it, because sometimes it totally gets words wrong. It'll sometimes throw in random names that I absolutely just said nothing about, or people that I don't know at all. Streamer Broad has said, has set day total for streaks, so I can set custom sub actions for set day streaks. I wonder if they keep track of that separately. Because if you're using the API that you're supposed to be using, you shouldn't have access to streaks. If something is using streaks, then they're using an API they're probably not supposed to be using public end. Or it might just be something that verified bots have access to. I don't know. I know verified bots get access to a
Excellent.
To more of the API and all that stuff, but as far as I'm aware, Twitch's API itself doesn't really have anything for watch streaks still. Maybe in another year or two, maybe when Twitch next pretends that they're going broke, even though they're owned by Amazon. Oh yeah, Amazon going broke? Yeah, sure. I believe that about as much as the whiny insurance companies saying, "Oh, we're going broke." And then they highlight this 1 month that a hailstorm went through, and they don't even highlight the rest of the year when they gouged the heck out of people. Oh. Or what some of these dumb insurance companies do is they show data from a failing small insurance company that isn't even theirs. And they're like, oh, insurance companies are struggling. No, insurance companies are full of shit and need to stop whining and complaining. They rip money off of so many people. If you're still in a deficit doing that, then you got something wrong with your business. But yeah, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, that is on my wish list. Definitely something I'd like to get. Because, quite honestly, it has some elements to Mario Kart, but they do things better. I feel like they do a number of things better than Mario Kart. My streak went up from 88 to 89, so I know it's not broken. Okay, good. Gonna lurk now while I try and relax and eat. All right, Court sounds good. Have a good rest. Court pretended to sleep side Jazz doesn't get angry. Yeah, you never know. Oh, fun fact, if you go lurk and then talk about something that mentions sleep, you'll get a message you'll get a different set of messages involving the use of rest and all that stuff. I put that little bonus in. Also, Shy Sneaky Girl, thank you so much for the excellent. I'm just scrolling down to get caught up right now. And the 7 sessions. Heck yes. It's my birthday, so you can't scream at me. Birthday immunity. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm going to get Outbrk started. Because that's what we're doing today. We're chasing some tornadoes. Since we got all of the terrible scenarios out of the way earlier, I'm hoping that we've got some good scenarios waiting for us next year. My VTuber will be back to 3 FPS soon enough. Yeah, there we go. Now, it does it to some extent. I put in a number of words that are related to sleep. But yeah, you get a different set of messages when sleep is mentioned while using an alert command. Oh, and even though I am unlikely to play it anytime soon, somebody mentioned House Flipper was free, so I just it's like, well, it's a free game, all right. I'll pick it up. Doesn't mean I'm gonna play House Flipper anytime soon, but hey, maybe if I've got a gap in the games and all that stuff, does Eep count as sleep? I'm not sure if I have all forms of Eep in there. It gives 2 DLCs for free too. I should probably make sure that it actually did that. Oh, I think it already did. Because it says new DLC has been added to your account. In library. Oh, good. Okay, I think the DLC that's included is in library. That's in library. Yep, I see them saying in library. Good. That's pretty cool. Now, it is my preference when I eventually get the Sonic Racing game to get it when it's on sale, because it's a little expensive. But there's also an incentive related to me getting it and playing it on stream during the season finale. I am getting those details assembled. I have the preliminary. So keep an eye out on the Discord. I will be putting in the announcement section when I have the details finalized. So, for anyone less than familiar with the schedule, or with seasons, like, what the heck are we talking about seasons? I stream seasonally, and then I have an off-stream schedule that just involves one day of the week. In this case, it's probably going to be Saturday. Well, May is when the season ends, and then the next season begins in September. While on season, I stream 4 days a week. While off season, I stream 1 day a week. Mainly because of temperature, and because there's more thunderstorms during the summer and all that stuff. And thunderstorms are very distracting, and I like the heck out of thunderstorms. So if there's a thunderstorm while I'm streaming, I'm going to be very distracted. Also, thunderstorms come with their own risk. So there's also that too. However, since moving into this area, I've only had one thunderstorm related power outage. And it was for like 7 minutes or something like that. It wasn't even all that long. And it was really cool because I got to see the power line jolt from lightning striking it, or from striking near enough to it that it got the jolt. That was also really cool. I didn't see any electricity arcing or anything like that, but I definitely saw the power lines just like jolt, and they were just bouncing around for a little bit after that. It was really cool. Oh, we have a development. We have a development outlook to take a look at too. As is tradition, at the end of every month, the developers like to publish a, hey, this is where we are. And I love that they're so routine with this, and they're just like right on with this. I'm all for it. Oh, that means I'm actually going to have to swap screens. Oh, I love it. I love it when it thinks that I clicked on the entire thing.
Hello.
Why does it keep expanding things? There we go. Yeah, welcome on in, Try Sneaky Girl. Good to see you. I hope the time zone is treating you well. All right, here we go. We've got the development outlook for Outbreak. Also, I'm just going to unmute the game audio now. Oh, also, I moved the Tangia layer to animations, so I think it'll actually show up on the just chatting scene now, because I do have the animation layer on there. I need to make sure that it's not going to have any undesirable consequences, though. Why is my character's eyes looking that way all the time? What is going on with that? Oh, it's because my character's mirrored here. That's why. My cat got me again. Oh my goodness. And cat is inventing new words. So, they've got the looking back on our latest update. Weekly challenge mode. Ah, yes. Imagine getting 190 over 190,000 in one chase. I can't. And unfortunately, a lot of the people who get the really high scores have played the scenario so much they already know exactly where the tornado is going to be, which is why I can't wait for the weather overhaul update, where tornadoes will not go in the exact same spot every single time. Based on dynamics, it might go a little further up this way or that way. It'll add a new layer of challenge for people who are used to playing the boring way. And for me, honestly, it won't make it too much more difficult. What will make it more difficult is the more advanced data sets that are available, because I can't... there are certain charts that I can't really read that well because I don't have intermediate calculus. And they're adding some of those. Not sure when, but they're working on it. Upcoming feature, chat callouts. I like this one. I don't really play multiplayer much, but I definitely like this one. Make sure you know how to read maps, though. A3, C3. That's right, grid maps. You're going to have to learn how to read them. Not nearly as many people know how to read them anymore. I do. I can read them. All this fake cherry is so gross. I should have thought twice before getting these. Fake cherry almost tastes like cough medicine, so it's like, ugh. No thanks. I have a bit of a variety of drinks today. So I have my water. I have cranberry and grape. And I have strawberry kiwi, a strawberry kiwi fruit drink. Bit of variety for the beverages. And they're actually good for me. All of those are good for me. No. Kitties. We had a dog in my room today. Usually when that happens, it means I'm the only one in the house. She likes hanging out with company. If there's no company anywhere else and I'm here, well, yeah, she's gonna show up and chill. Curl up and rest. She was on my pillow today. My pillow still has a gigantic dent from where she curled up and got comfy. I'll have to fluff that out before I rest again. Before I rest. Titles and banners. Oh man, can I get the season tracker title? Oh wait, that's Final Fantasy 14, isn't it? That's not an easy title to get. Season tracker involves slaying all of the unique S ranks, A ranks, and B ranks in the base game and in Heaven Sword. I think started in Stormblood, they stopped doing that. Which is lame, honestly. I like the challenge of hunting down all the unique elites. They did continue the challenges that were just like, oh yeah, beat up this many in this expansion area. But that's so much more generic. Try to keep the two boys out because James chews on cloves. Smokey knocks everything down. Plus, I tend to harass Aria, so I try to keep my room a safe haven for her. Fair enough. Yeah, knocks everything down. My goodness. We're pretty strict with our cats. But our elder cat... Well, okay, cats always tend to go on the counter when they think you're not around. Our elder cat doesn't do a very good job at hiding it. I don't know why they keep doing it, because they do realize, like, we're pulling the spray bottle out if we catch you up there. And that has never changed with us. Like, no. Like, you're still getting the spray bottle if you're up there. Why do you keep going up there? I think our elder cat is at around the age where cats just stop caring. And they're just like, nah, we're going to do our own thing. But at the same time, you're not allowed up there. Spray bottle. Smokey's a freaking wrecking ball. Oh my goodness, yeah, when the cats get the zoomies and they start launching themselves all over the place. Our young cat gets the zoomies from time to time. But she usually flings between her perches or rockets the floor, jumps down like 5 steps at a time. Okay, so yeah, titles and banners. First phase will introduce a set of free titles and banners to establish a system. Second, we'll have a challenge based on unlockables for players to earn. Oh boy. Challenges. Then he doesn't care what's in his way. He's like if a table's got a lot of stuff, he goes right through. Doesn't care. My goodness. Up there, offering 500 shiny pieces. And that bird lady definitely helped with that one multiplier, but the Diamenda one, I'd say, helped with the multiplier too. No absence of a bird lady. Oh, and like every other season finale, the sectoral leader and Crystal will be present at the same time. I only do this on season finale days, where I have them both present at the same time. So yeah, definitely look forward to that. It's like one time a year. One time a year, the sectoral leader is present with Krista. Doesn't really hang out with the sectoral leader doesn't really hang out with Kadisa all too often. Unless there's an incident that involves her party. A bird lady and a Krista. My goodness. You know, I bet you a bird lady and a Krista would get along. Hydrate? Don't mind if I do. I got a full thing of water here. And it's good quality water. Oh, yeah. So the Shiny Exchange does reset monthly, so it probably reset. You just gotta wait for it to accumulate a little. But Key, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Ah, you must be here for the first time this month then. It'll start building. It's like every 5 minutes you start getting shiny pieces. So it'll build. You just gotta give it a bit of time.
But
I actually have them build at a pretty generous rate too, so. Work's been rough. Yeah. Work can definitely be rough. I'm probably gonna have a, oh my goodness. Well, the only real annoying side effect of work right now is, well, the fact that I have to wake up at 5:30 in the morning to get my proper preparations in order. But also the glass fibers, because of the work site we're on, we got glass fibers that get all over the place and, like, itchy skin. It gets stuck on your skin and all that stuff. It's really annoying. Today, I don't have nearly as many glass fibers. I think almost all of them are gone, so that's nice. Work spin push. Yep. That's about right. That's about right, sectoral captain. Oh my goodness. These will be displayed on the player card. Visible to the bottom left of the main menu. Pause menu, players list. Exploring different ways to showcase player cards across the game. Giving players more opportunities to display their achievements. They could put it underneath the player label, like on Final Fantasy XIV. When you get a title and you apply the title to your profile, the title goes... I think it always goes underneath your character. Just by going through the story, you get some titles. Then there's some titles that are not really very common anymore. For instance, the Cupid title that Karista has. Technically, the sectoral leader has it too, but the sectoral leader would much rather wear the seasoned tracker title. But Karista wears that Cupid title with pride. It was a seasonal event in 2015, or was it 2016? I don't know, one or the other. A Valentine's Day event. The achievement you got from that one awarded you a title. The Cupid title. You can't get that title online because you can't get it. You can't get that through the store or anything like that. You were only able to get it during that seasonal event. That's it. I get to wait until sometime after midnight to see if my job remembers I exist. Set the bar low. Set the bar on the floor at this point. Set it on the floor and be like, yep, just lack of surprise. Yeah, very, very, very low, indeed. No, I wouldn't count on that stuff. Especially with companies that are, like, real pieces of work, and... like I said, I don't think that'd fly with the labor laws over here. At the least, I'm sure the unemployment... office would be bothering the company and be like, so, this person here is not working. Do you have a reason for this? Do you know when they're going back to work? You know, stuff like that. What do you think of Amazon? Oh, gosh. I got many spicy things to say about Amazon. You know, after laying off a whole bunch of employees in favor of AI, it's like, yeah, Sure, it's Twitch's parent company, but can't say I can say good things about Amazon. Also, I wish they'd treat their workers better. I mean, I think it actually varies by location. Do you believe I work for them? I mean, they do have on the delivery side, they've got a really big team they got to maintain. And they got the supervisors and they got the managers. So there are some components where they can't lay off people. You actually need people to do that. And I know they're doing the drone thing, and I do fear that the drone thing will eventually cut into the workforce and all that stuff, but being in warehouse isn't too bad. Oh, right on. That's another area where they still definitely need people to go and get things themselves. Which is good. At least there's some departments in Amazon that still have a good amount of employment going. I just wish that they would stop finding excuses to lay off people. Like the AI thing, seriously? It's a downgrade, especially if you use Google's AI. Oh my goodness, that is something else. Imagine an AI that can't even remember the question that you asked. And it's just like you get an answer to a question that's irrelevant to what you asked. And it's like, how do you mess up on the user input string? The thing that a user typed into a box. How do you mess up on that? That should be the thing that stays static and never changes. Google's not the same as it's been since the mid-2000s, that's for sure. All right. So we got the titles and banners. That's another thing they're working on. They're working on vegetation. They've segmented this so that you can see it better, or so the break maps. Because when a tornado goes through, it tears apart things, and they already have such a good job at simulating that stuff. My goodness. Unemployment would 100% got into contact with Disney. Probably why my claim got activated so fast. Yeah, they're going through and they see 0 hours and they're like, yep. Well, they see 0 hours and they don't see any, like, got fired for misconduct. They don't see anything like that either. Or employee quit. They didn't see any of that either, so it's like, yep, unemployment benefits. There we go. Oh my goodness. I'm a little confused on the whole. Wait, no, not confused. I'm a little curious on the whole taxes thing. I know. I think like down in the U.S. it varies so much on whether taxes is good news or bad news. I think if you're working for an employer, it tends to be good news. If you're a business, apparently you're rich and you get to get taxed several times for existing. But I keep hearing different minimum thresholds down there. The threshold up here is like 10,000. Once you hit 10,000, you absolutely have to be declaring your income and all that stuff from like things like Twitch. Although if I get if I even start nearing the threshold, which isn't gonna happen, I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, then I'd probably just get used to filling out that paperwork is so confusing though. My goodness. I'm not looking forward to having to learn it. Should the Twitch income reach or get close to the point where I absolutely where I have to report it. Thankfully, in terms of employment and all that stuff, I also have a full-time job. that I overpay taxes into. So I'm hoping if the Twitch side of stuff ever does take off, which I'm not counting on, I'm doing this. I do the Twitch stream and stuff because I like doing it, and the amazing people that that we have here makes it even more worth it. My primary reason for streaming to Twitch is not income. It's because it's fun. I have fun doing this. Not to mention, when I found out Firebutt did all these crazy things, that only made it even more fun. Because I like playing around with logic. Disney tried to fire me. I'll be on the rest. I haven't done shit to be fired. And I can say retaliation for my ankle foot issues, which was injured while working there. Yeah, that's why they're not taking that avenue. That's pretty much the reason right there. They can't take that avenue. Well, even then, you can't fire somebody without due cause either if they're outside of probation, so there's also that too. You can lay somebody off, yes, but you can't fire them without due cause. And I guess it depends on where you are. But if you're let go outside of probation, there's also severance. Severance has to be paid out. At least up here, that's how it works. These sour cherry gummies suck. My goodness. I don't want to waste the rest of them, but that fake cherry is just so gross. Or maybe it's the gross dye they put in. After all, they did put Allure Red in this, which is banned in some areas. Brilliant Blue. I'm sales, so they're able to accommodate me and have. Really just sitting behind a register in entire shifts. What a lazy company. They could have easily integrated you into one of those positions. They really could have. But that's companies for you. Especially companies nowadays. They seem to just take the laziest avenues they can. Nah, we don't want to be accommodating. We're just gonna do nothing. Nah, we don't want to make our own creative works. We'll just buy out this studio and slap our name all over it. Now that's a Disney thing. And if Square Enix wasn't based in Japan, like their main headquarters, if their main headquarters wasn't in Japan, I'm sure Disney would have tried to buy them out too. But you can't do that with Japanese companies. There's a foreign ownership. There's a foreign ownership regulation that prevents that. So, thank goodness for that. Nintendo's also subject to the same thing because their main headquarters, like yes, there's Nintendo of America, but their main headquarters is in Japan. So thankfully, Nintendo doesn't have to worry about that. I mean, Nintendo's doing pretty well right now anyways. I don't think Success Nintendo would be willing to sell off their company. Yeah, I don't know why they'd have an issue with it now. Just been sitting behind a register for 2 years, 3 years since the injury because that was at the end of 2023. Yeah, like there's no problem there. And if they're that bad at schedule management, then you know I'd love to be put in charge of a schedule management because I am a little obsessive over schedules. So, hey, well, there we go. I keep a nice list of restrictions, times people can't do, and put it all together using this. Oh, great! This third-party software that works like crap. Okay, there's the issue that a lot of us will run into is the third-party software that a lot of companies use for schedule management. But honestly, I'm sure as long as the user interface isn't garbage, or if as so long as at least 50% of the buttons actually do something, you can probably get it to work. Now, it's easier to schedule manage for oneself. But yeah, schedule for others. I don't think it'd be too much of an issue. Organize the restrictions. Figure out the puzzle that is fitting everybody into a good schedule. Try to keep it consistent. Consistency is absolutely key if you manage schedules. Employees will be happiest with consistency. Not sure how Disney scheduling works. I just see what's on the app/site. Too many companies, third-party, use some like third-party software. And in a lot of cases, I find that this third-party software doesn't work very well. I remember when people used to. I remember when companies used to have their own schedule management stuff, or they just did it through SharePoint. Just kept it simple. Didn't third party it to insert 25th company that claims they specialize in schedules here. Oh. Fun fact, the website actually does have a schedule too. I just don't have a link to it. I've never put it in. There is an event calendar. It's the events subpage. Most of the time, though, like that schedule there is very generic. It just says Twitch stream 1800. That's all it says. With the occasional one that I changed because I had to shift the times around. Oh, and the sectoral leaders' 8 birthdays a year are also on there. Because again, the sectoral leader exists in a area where time flows differently. So the sectoral leaders gain in age faster. But also it has pretty much been a year every time he advances a year. It's just been a year over where the sectoral leader is. Just like a steady income. My goodness. I've been wanting for a steady income for a long time. That is about to change now. Like starting next week, I'm going to be starting to get those steady paychecks, and that is going to be so nice. And not only is that going to not only is that good news for like me on a personal level, but that's good news for the stream and that too, especially if I find a work-life stream balance. That's going to be really good news for the stream. Because that just... My first priority is replacing my crappy vehicle. Which, apparently is... I don't know where the heck my coolant keeps disappearing off to, but the level's low again. I just filled it a few weeks ago. And it's low again. There's no leak underneath the vehicle. Where the hell is it going? Don't know. All I know is that that vehicle sucks, and its maintenance is getting worse and worse. So, first priority in terms of saving, get that vehicle replaced. Then, I want to get a second PC. A second PC would be really good news for the stream. That means that I could run all my streaming stuff on a separate computer. And a game like Outbrk that uses a lot of resources, well, here, you have your own computer to work with now. Have fun. I'm thinking the 4060 can go in the gaming computer, and the 3060, the old 3060 that I have over here, the GPU that I have in its I put it back into a nice thing of packaging, static proof packaging. That'll be for the streaming PC. Streaming PC doesn't need like fancy specs or anything like that, so. The other thing I've got to think about with the two PCs, well, we got the increased power consumption, yes. But, I mean, overall, I don't think this computer really needs to draw too much power most of the time. Except where I'm streaming, of course. Yeah, it's going to use an increased amount during that. But yeah, two PCs, increased power consumption. Except the second PC is going to be just for gaming. I don't even think it's not going to be running virtual machines. Actually, I'm not sure which one I'm going to run the virtual machines on. It's going to be one or the other. Probably just on, like, this PC. I'll figure that out when I get to that bridge. I don't need to go planning for something that doesn't even have a definite on a timeline. And I've already got voice meter set up here, so I could get voice meter hooked up, or figure out how to hook voice meter up with another computer, surely. I might actually need a physical cable that allows things to bridge to. Yeah. Again, I'll look at that. I'll get to that bridge when it comes to it. I'm not getting yet another third-party thing to link two PCs together. I would like to see if there's a better way to do it. OBS has some network things. I might be able to do an audio link of some sort and point the IP address to the other computer. Yeah, it could be something like that. Anyway. Destruction modeling now completed for a full set of new trees. Moving into final debugging and optimization phase. Before sending it to testing. Major step forward. Large-scale visual upgrade to the world. I'm really looking forward to this. All the destructible parts. Decal system overhaul. Supports shadows, advanced case uses, full body decals on the machine, detailed dynamic visual customization, all vehicle models, minor updates, Drive-in mechanics rework. Yes, Destruction. I'm already impressed with how Destruction is handled. Although the zero gravity thing, the zero gravity float and objects thing, that could be improved. I'm hoping with this new system that will be improved. Tornadoes and cloud systems, they've been working on this for a while. But drive-in mechanics reworks, I can't wait for that too. It has been a little clanky controlling the vehicle, especially if the game lags at any point. Then it becomes a huge pain in the arse. Tornadoes and cloud systems, they've been working on this. Hold on, there was something in here. Allow mesocyclones to, for Pete's sakes, show visible rotational structure inside volumetric clouds. I'm excited for this. The fact that it's reacting off of the clouds is really exciting. Final clouds forming directly from the cloud system rather than being treated as separate elements. Very much looking forward to this. Jeez. Still in development. It's going to be in development for a little bit. Oh, when did they mention this? When did they first mention this? November, December? And it was still in like the programming stage, which is like early stage. So it's going to take a little while. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. Hey, it's partly cloudy at the SES main base. I plan to do station maintenance tomorrow. I should probably fire off a message, actually. To the person at that site. Before I get distracted here. Oh, wait. No. Tomorrow's Easter Monday. Sorry, Sunday. Ah, dang it. I won't be able to get it done this weekend. Chances are things are going to be busy for a lot of people tomorrow. Simulation, resolution, and forecasting. You high resolution scenario system nearly ready for production and deployment. Deployment plan will begin soon. That sounds exciting. They've been running these. The Outbrk forecaster thing against some of the models and some of the recent storms. The recent storms have been valuable data for them. There were 2 different days with enhanced severity just this week. Those were both fantastic to do some comparisons with. I love the fact that they did this. They're pointing to X. Can everybody just use Blue Sky at this point? Stop using X. X sucks. Twitter. I mean, hey, it was probably okay back when Twitter was its own thing and not owned by somebody extremely sus. But oh, wait a minute. No, I actually disliked Twitter before that ownership change even happened. Because Twitter at some point started experimenting with an auto ban feature that was more like a censorship. The way they had it work was more like censorship. Where if somebody was say like, hey, I don't like your plan or something like that, like auto block could kick in and just automatically like block the person who said that. Yeah, sure. That doesn't sound like a violation against free speech. Yep. They were experimenting with that stuff before the ownership change even happened. That's when I stopped using Twitter. I was like, screw this stupid platform. People should have the right to speak out against, I don't know, politicians with stupid ideas. But I digress. Social media hasn't really interested me very much anyways. I have gotten better with Blue Sky, but that's only because Firebot posts the Blue Sky for me when I go live. I need to add more message variations, though. Right now, there's only 2 different messages that show up when I go live. So yeah, that's all Blue Sky, though. Outside of Blue Sky, Discord is my main social platform. So I really, like I said, hopefully Discord will actually realize that I'm an adult I guess technically I have my credit card saved there, so I might actually be in the clear automatically just because of that. But I'd much rather use metadata. Well, yeah. There we go. Let's get started. And the leg begins. I'm just going to minimize Steam. And that better friggin' realize I'm an adult. I was just unable to type. No cat this time. But next time could be a different story. You never know what the cat is thinking. Just gonna have these like gross these gross cherry sours. These artificial cherry sours, very artificial. Artificially flavored artificial. I'm sure she'll be back clawing at my door, wanting back in. Okay, I gotta get the resolution fixed. And I've got to point OBS to Outbrk 2. Oh, look at that. Got a match off of a lemon, which automatically adds a 2 multiplier right there. Ooh, I see a challenge that I haven't seen before. Okay. Point into Outbrk. Also, let's remove that. Wait. What's going on here? Huh. The image source isn't even loading in when I have that selected. That's interesting. The Shiny Exchange. My goodness, we are getting some pretty good luck with the Shiny Exchange. We had a match. Out there got a match, so the Crows brought back a lot of Shinies. Jay offered 1,200 and got 2,916 back. Oh, got a Misleaf. That's a ×2 multiplier all on its own. And some little extra multipliers. He offered 50 shiny pieces and also made a match. Oh my goodness, got 2 Kameks right there. Normally they have a 0 multiplier, but if you got a match out of them, that's a ×2 multiplier right there. So you got 105 shiny pieces back from the Crows. Very nice. Guy Sneaky Girl offered 150. But the Crows were not as generous this time and only brought back 57 shiny pieces. Dang. Not all the Crows are generous. Sometimes you get the Crows that maybe they just don't realize that some of the shinies are not worth as much. Outbrk Forecaster. When can I do this? Coming soon, trademark. They got hungry and had to stop for pasta. Probably. That's probably what they had to do. Oh, let me make sure the stream preview thing isn't running because I feel like that takes extra resources. You know, the stream preview used to not run on its own. Now it does. Yet, the Twitch player likes to not run when people go live if you're on the channel before they're live. It likes to load a black screen, which is really cool, because then I have to refresh the whole thing. Here we go. First chase. Let's go. Now, this whole stream should be Outbreak. Next stream, I might sneak in a little bit of nukes or something like that. I tend to like to sneak something else into Saturdays. But we'll see what we'll see here. How often can you gamble? Technically, it's not a gamble. It's technically not a gamble, but you can. What is it? 10 minutes or was it 15 minutes? Now, it was one or the other. We have a scenario that's okay, not quite set up yet. That could change. We got a cell moving into radar range. Yeah, I think it's 15 minutes. Some interesting news. Now an uncle as of 8:45 p.m. in New York. My brother Keith and his wife Alice welcomed baby Kyle. 8 pounds, 4 ounces. That is a pretty healthy weight. Big congrats on that one. My goodness. Heck yes. That is fantastic. Yeah, big congrats there. I'm glad I'm glad there's folks starting families and all that, because like our family generation here, I just said arf, didn't I? Woof, arf, meow. When it comes to our family, well, me and both my sisters are not interested in the slightest of starting a family or anything like that. We're just like, nope, this economy's messed up. No, for me, I'm not even interested in a partner. I'm like, nah, I don't want to do this. I need to get my own shit together before I can even entertain the idea of looking for somebody else. Well, that's one of the things, but also I have to get to know somebody first. I have to get know somebody. Wow. I'm really good at speaking today. I mean, I'm doing fantastic with English. I'm absolutely master of English. Doing really well. Stay on the road. Stay on the road. Married 10 years. Heck yes. July 31st. 2 stepkids. As a trans man, I had no interest in having my own kids. It's also, I feel like it's also like a comfort level thing. Like how comfortable would one be like starting a family where they are in the current situation they're in too? Like there's also that. I mean, there's a lot of different factors that go into it. I haven't. I know Karista would probably like jab at me about this, but it's like I haven't even dated in the past. I'm just like, no. Very much I need to make sure my own shit is together kind of person. I need to keep myself in check. Okay, we're gonna do the cut. Nope, we're gonna overshoot. We're gonna overshoot really badly. Already accumulating damage, and we're still pretty far away, right? Yeah. My therapist was asking me about if I ever wanted kids, and imagine that if I have a kid at my current age, I'd be in my 50s when they'd be 18. Oh, that would be... That's also pretty rough. That's also pretty rough. I was born when my mom was pretty young. Of course, the economy was a very different scenario back then. The economy was a lot more sustainable back then. Then our hometown's economy turned to garbage. So, yeah, that happened. And it had to move. The place we moved to, I didn't really like either, but I had to make do. I mean, the place I'm living at right now is, well, some aspects of it are okay. But the climate is terrible. I don't like the climate. Not enough thunderstorms. If there's not enough thunderstorms, then there is a problem for me. Financially, I'm set, but my surgeries and health need to come first. I'm paralyzed waist down. I like travel, and honestly, 34. Yeah, fair enough. I was 30 when I was born. I think my mom was like 19 or something like that. Something like that. I think. I don't know. I can barely keep track of my own age. I actually had a period. I actually had a moment or two there where I didn't even remember my age. I was like, wait, how old am I again? Which is really silly because it's like I remember my birthday just fine. My brain just doesn't feel like mathing the current year versus the year I was born in. Rabid, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. We're talking about various subjects today. Which, you know what? Outbreak is a great time to do so. We might get some notch in here. Some nachos. Oh my goodness. That really wants to go off, doesn't it? Okay. I think we'll go about here. We're going to go down the highway. Savage here, dog. And I'm just hesitant at the idea of a kid. Plus, I don't even have a partner. Yeah. Might be a step ahead of me if you're entertaining the idea, because I'm not even entertaining the idea. I'm like, nah, I don't want a partner. Nah. Nope. This game is pretty fun. Yes. Oh my goodness. There's a reason why I'm at, this is my 40th stream of Outbreak. This is like, you know, if I was to main a game, I think Outbreak would be the game that I main. You see, why is people always, again, on others about having kids when young? Yeah. There doesn't need to be a rush. Honestly, I think it's mostly like the older generation that's like pushy about that. I want to meet a nerd dragon now. Is that what CC was talking about? Was CC talking about nerd dragons? Then there's Krista, who's always thinking about which couple to pair. She actually, the reason she's still single, she doesn't think about herself for this stuff. She thinks about other people she could hook up. She doesn't think about who she could hook up with. However, Keep in mind, if you do fall for her charms and that, she might take advantage of that still. You'll probably still wind up all cuddly with her and all that stuff because she loves hugs, she loves cuddles. It's all toasty and all that good stuff. Don't take it too far with her. It'll be you who oh my goodness, what is this storm doing? We might have to head a little further south, but I'm going to get a bit of an evaluation. I'm going to head a bit past the marker. We got to watch out for the mile markers, too. Since they like to go through the vehicle and smack people. Tornado. Oh, it's really far away. You, you can see the boundary of it. Where's it going? Where's this tornado going? Definitely further south. I figured it was going further south. Oh my goodness, look at that rotation signature. That is quite something. Okay. We could be in for something pretty freaking amazing here. Yikes. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be caught in that. Oh my goodness, the notch, the hook echo. Oh, that is getting wicked. I haven't even checked. Oh, it's got a lot of energy to work with too. I don't think it's going to be slowing down anytime soon. Upper is good. Mid is very strong. Oh, look at lower. Oh my goodness. Yikes. The tornado... Wait, this is where the tornado is, right? Yes. The tornado itself has a lower signature. Oh my goodness. And where is it moving? Oh, this map doesn't up... Oh, okay. Velocity. Where is this going? It appears to be going this way. Let me check. It's heading a little north. It might change its mind. We don't have to be in a huge rush. It appears very much like it wants to go east. Hemlock, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. Don't mind the fact that my VTuber is running at like 1 to 3 FPS. You know how many times I've said I should have a PNG tuber or something like that? I just haven't had the time to prepare a PNG tuber. I'm sure I could pull it off. Yeah, see, now it's starting to go. Now it's starting to point south a little. It's pointing south, it's pointing north, it's pointing south, and back north again. I might actually have to move south. Because this tornado actually is sort of starting to point itself south. I think if I go about here, I should have a good chance. By the way, picture grades, if I'm not mistaken, are determined by distance. The closer you are to a tornado, the more the picture's worth. I would not go to the point, to the extent of taking a picture in the tornado, though. Not a good idea. A little past the mile marker, I would say. Let's give this spot a try. Oh, it's pointing straight down. That could mean it's a curve towards us. which could result in acceleration, so I guess we should be a little careful, considering the wicked rotation on this. It seems to have a bit of an obsession with the south, which is the center of the cone. I don't want to go too much further south, though, judging by where the rotation signature is. Storm chasers. We're going to go right by this advertisement sign, which is immune to destruction. Okay, it's still moving a little. I feel like it might change direction. It could change direction again. That's the only problem I'm having here. No, you know, it's insistently moving south, so let's just... We'll cover it. It is now motionless. Okay, if it stays motionless, love how you pull off to the side of the road even in game. Oh yeah, that's just habit. Also, if you're off-road, your vehicle is less likely to run away from you, because sometimes the park and brake doesn't set on this vehicle. So that's the other reason why I do that. Okay, that's pretty still. I'm gonna get the vehicle anchored ahead of time here. And... Why did I do that? I want to point the vehicle first. Okay, we're gonna unanchor. And I'm going to point the vehicle. Because I want to see the... I want to have the experience. And then we're gonna anchor. Vehicle must be stopped. Then stop the vehicle. I didn't even get the probe down. I didn't get the probe down. I waited too long. Okay, next area that the tornado is going to impact is over here. I can raise the anchor now. Thanks for the skidoo. I think that one has a small chance to trigger the lyrebird too. Yay, so that was south of us. This tornado's a little upset. Oh, okay, the rotation's a little disorganized. I think it's gonna jump. It might wind up jumping. I'm noticing the hook echo is sort of breaking apart, but there is a new hook echo starting to poke out from in the storm again. So we might get a jump. Okay, it looks like the previous tornado has dissipated. Now, if the new one does indeed form where I think it's going to form... No, it's just a bloody mess. That's what it is. I'm going to head towards there in case it decides to just reform. Moving pretty fast. Which might be because the tornado pointed, or it curved towards us. That's usually what a tornado does before it increases its speed. So, if that's the case, then this is not going to be as much fun to chase. Fast tornadoes are a pain in the arse to chase. We'll fuel up in Bakerville. Now, I have a fully upgraded probe receiver, so when I do set the probe down in that, I get extra information on it, speed, the pressure change that happened within the tornado, the temperature change that happened within the tornado, all that fun stuff. Another match? 2 Kirby's. 2 Koi Bees. 1995 shiny pieces. Fun year that year. And a Kadista to add on top of the multiplier. Throws are not enabled while I'm playing Outbreak. I don't have the extra resources. If I had a 2 PC setup, then I could do that, but... Outbreak is that one day that I can't have throwables on. If we're playing nukes, we also can't, but that's just because I run nukes at great graphics. Because nukes looks freaking gorgeous at with great graphics. You know, that'd be another exciting thing with the 2 PC setup. Is the fact that I could run Outbreak at higher specs. So we can have Outbreak look very beautiful. No wall clouds. Rosie, welcome on in. I hope you are having a fantastic time zone. The 57 sessions with that nice even 95%. Always like the even numbers. My goodness. Jay doing the shiny exchange and encountering a less generous crow. That only gave back 110 shiny pieces. Dang. Oh, that hook is still there, alright. How's the rotation around the hook? We might get a reform down in this part of the hook. He got almost half of the shiny pieces back. Yeah, those rolls are pretty low multipliers right there, but that's all fine. More popcorn. Yep. These crows are getting distracted by things. Just got a cluster of easies here. What the heck? I have some munchies. Not the munchies. The munchies is a bit of a different thing. Okay, this is a disorganized mess. Hold on, what's the energy here? It's going into a higher energy environment. What's going on? That's good. That's strong. That's sort of there. It's just a disorganized mess right now. This is on the wrong part of the storm, so I have no faith in this rotation signature. I could make popcorn. Now I kind of want it. Popcorn is pretty good. I don't have it nearly as often for myself, but that's because it almost always gets stuck to my teeth. Oh. The rotation shifted to a good spot. To a better spot. Alright, we're going to Gridland. I wonder if the tornadoes still despise traffic lights. I love how I wasn't able to steer there. What the heck was that all about? Alrighty. We went past our turn. There we go. Okay, so I want to go over here in Gridland. Don't be mean to the streetlight. The streetlight didn't do anything to us. Okie dokie. Oh, we got something about the form. We might be able to get an intercept if we head down over here based on where the rotation signature is. We also will not have very much of a window to get this intercept, so gotta keep that in mind too. Oh, hello, Fungal Cloud. Yeah. I'm going to set the probe down over here, and I'm going to get in the vehicle and anchor it in case it upgrades to a tornado over us. I think it very well could. It might also form past the road, which will be very annoying. I wouldn't mind if it spawned on us, though. Go ahead, spawn on us. Play with us. The night is young. Oh. Okay. They formed south of us. We caught a spawn. Oh. Hold on. Got a Slurpee. Okay, so we're going to have to travel up the road, and I'm going to try for another intercept over here. That is a strong-looking signature. Oh, hold on. Wait, what's going on? We got strong inflow winds. I've got to remove the anchor. We're 165 meters from the tornado there. I like how the winds triggered the exclamation mark. They're like, oh, these are bad winds. I think they were inflow winds. If the inflow winds are strong, that means the tornado is going to strengthen. Hold on, that is the road I wanted to be on. We got to get ahead of this tornado now. Oh, that tornado's looking really strong. Oh my goodness, I hope we can get ahead of it. If we can't get ahead of it on this road, then we're going to have to... Okay, so I'm skipping the next intersection. Am I going to have enough time to do this? Concern on amount of time that I have to do this. Because keep in mind, this is a very strong tornado, so I have... Oh, nope, I'm not going to be able to. Which really sucks because I really wanted to intercept this. Oh. Like that. Dang it. I'm not gonna... I want to intercept this. It looks so cool. It's already passing the road, so I can't use that road. Okay, when we approach this next road here, I really need to do a corner cut. I wouldn't call it a successful corner cut, but at least we're on the road now. I think if we get far enough south on this road, we can get into the path of this tornado. Is it going to be as amazing as it was before? Really not sure. I'm genuinely not sure about that. I really hope it is. Okay, I'm going to get to roughly the intersection here and see how good of a chance I have here. Stop! Nope, for Pete's sakes. Okay, I'm going to anchor right here. Hey, stop the bloody freaking vehicle then! Thank you! Oh, this is annoying me. It's moving towards us. It's not going to be a direct hit, but honestly, this is the best shot we got. Apparently, the brakes like to randomly not work, which is really cool. Okay, let's take a look at the probe. This mess up may have actually placed me in an even better spot, so we'll see how this turns out. I've got my headlights here, so you can find your way over here, Tornado. Feel free to come right on over. Come on over. Say hello. Don't de-intensify. Stay strong. Be fun. It's almost hail wrapping itself. It does appear motionless, so I'm getting the impression it is heading straight for us. No. Don't go north of us. Don't go north of us. What are you doing? That's silly. Come on. This way. Might be because I'm pointing my headlights the wrong way. Tornado. Hello. Over here. Over here. Where are you going? This way. I saw 123, but I mean... 140. It was heading towards us. Hey, I just got a 147. Why didn't my probe get to 147? Was I not further away from the tornado? The Mesolink reading, that is the reading that we're getting right above us. That's our weather instruments on the vehicle. And I saw it briefly say 147. Oh, oops. There we go. Well, let's pick up the probe. $81 meters. We're going to fuel up now. It's also heading towards a terrible part of the road system, so I might even not even bother to chase it there. Back on the road. Yeah, I can't. I can't. I'm like, I'm hyped for the for a new Tomodachi Life. Oh, it's interesting that that game out of all the games is a game that I'm very much excited for, but at the same time, it's very understandable. I'll be doing my own save separate from Krista, so that's like off stream. Yes, it will be. I think it's still going to be called Sharpie Island of Island because, look, if it's not confusing, then you didn't make the island right. It's got to be super confusing. That is the ultimate goal. Also, I don't think the demo I did of it did it enough justice. I found the actual point that you should not be going beyond. When the me has the trouble that points to want clothing, do not address that trouble. Leave it. Then the game will still continue to play out as normal, except that you can never get money and never get warm fuzzies. Because they only give you that twice, and then that's it. I'm not sure if this is going to recover. The rotation is not where the notch is, so... Not sure about that. That's in the middle of the system, so that is definitely not going to produce a tornado. That is hail-induced. Not looking for hail-induced. Look at all this cape going to waste. Upper is supportive. Mid is supportive. Lower is supportive. And yet the rotation looks like crap. It's completely in the wrong part of the storm. Dang. But we did get a few decent intercepts, and we had one completely missed opportunity too. But yeah, my goodness. Slushies are cold. Yes, I know. I'm saying the obvious. But did you know that slushies are cold? Okay. I think our chase is over. This is too much of a mess. We're not going to get a tornado out of that. There's no... Oh. What's going on over here? Completely wrong part of the storm. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Look at the shape it's starting to take. That just gives me, like, bowline impressions. Oh, if this organizes into a bowline, that would be fantastic. I mean, fantastic to see on the map. Not fantastic for anybody caught up in it. I was watching a bowline storm just yesterday. Wait, when we did weather talk, I was pointing out a bowline thunderstorm. It's when they take that nice little bow shape, and behind that bow is wicked winds. Lots of wind. Why does the term Wicked Winds remind me of Wicked Whims? I think that was like a Sims 4 mod that I use for certain characters. That's a game that has so many mods for it. And many of them get broken every time Eat Ass updates their game. Oh. Also, yeah, so the grid system. Wait a minute. Oh, that was a very mature mod? Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different mod then. Because I usually don't go over the top with the mods. Getting into the territory. Well, we'll just say that Dimenda is definitely one who would benefit from some of the higher end, from some of the more shady mods. What a mess. Oh, very much so. Oh, jeez. Maybe that wasn't the one then. I know there was one that's unlocked like a succubus-like trait, and it's like, Dimenda. That's Dimenda. Dimenda isn't technically not a succubus or a demon, but her behavior would fit in with such. Also, what is it? Like, I mean, it likes the heck out of, she loves the gamba and all that stuff. She likes the shady stuff. She likes the, you know, borderline, lawful stuff. Right in the edge of the rules and all that stuff. She probably plays outside of the rules plenty too, but, obviously, she's not going to let people know that. She's not going to tell you when she is about to cut the corner around a rule. No. Oh, and a healthy amount of being a smartass too. You didn't tell me I couldn't do this. You didn't tell me I could do it this way. Oh, being a smartass is fun. It is. Being a smart tush is fun. Agreed, sectoral captain. Just reworded it, are we? Oh my goodness. Beautiful. So we got take 40 pictures of a rated fair and above. We've got end one chase with earnings of 10,000 or more, which is not happening in this chase. And we have refuel in South Bay, which we rarely wind up in. Oh, we actually did almost hit 10,000. Oh, I guess it's because we got multiple intercepts. That would be why. Ah, vehicle damage 7. See, now that's a number I'm used to. A gas is 123. That's pretty funny, too. 141 kilometers was the maximum wind speed recorded. But I was parked right beside the probe, and our mesonet got 147. So it should have been 147. But also keep in mind, it might have been because of the direction of the winds from the tornado were coming from, so there's also that. Remember, a tornado could be so local that the house next to you could get completely annihilated and turned to rubble, and your house would be intact and untouched. That is how localized winds are in a tornado. You could get away completely unscathed, and next door, that house is gone. Or, you know, the house just across the street, oh yeah, that got completely destroyed. Your house? No, it's fine. No damage at all. Not even damaged roof tiles. I wouldn't take the risk around tornadoes, that's for sure. I love the heck out of thunderstorms. But I prefer not to take any risk around tornadoes. I can see why storm chasers love doing the tornado chases, though. The rush that gives you. And with Outbrk, the rush that you get when you see a gigantic EF5 tornado heading towards you, and you're just trying to get that freaking probe installed, and it feels like the progress bar is just taking forever to get it installed. Oh my goodness. That's how you know that they're off to a really solid start with Outbrk. And mind you, this was my very first chase. My very first chase, and Outbrk decided to throw a EF5 tornado at me immediately. It was also in a west to east scenario, which is an easier to work with kind of scenario. Why is our dog barking again? Okay, this might not be a good scenario. We'll see. 2 points are good. Oh, we got good energy to start. So the west has better potential right now. Which is fine. That's workable. A little bit there. We got a little bit of disturbance there over Bakersville. And lower, we've got a little bit of Westport. It's nothing really that strong. You got weak signatures there, but I guess we'll see how this turns out. This particular cell is tapping into the energy, apparently. The pre-roll elimination cannon will fire in 1 minute. The debris may result in up to 3 minutes of ads. The pre-rolls just get annihilated so badly that 3 minutes of ads come raining down on people. Up to 3 minutes. Which, thinking on it, it's actually a little confusing to say up to 3 minutes, isn't it? It's like 3 minutes. 23 minutes? We're just waiting for this storm to kick up. Cape data is telling us that better potential is hanging out over in the west here. The storm near Bakersville might come to fruition, though. It is moving towards us, so if it does develop enough, we don't have to move very much at all. Oh, Omega is launching an attack with the katana, landing a good attack for $5. Yeah, oh wait, this isn't a shot. 5 damage. Texas is in a weird weather phase. There is severe weather potential going through there, too. In fact, it's going from Mexico all the way into southern Canada. Southern Canada actually has a... I noticed a slight area going into southern Canada. There is a 2% on the tornado side of things, but the main focus is wind. Wind is the main thing for all these storms. This storm's starting to gain an interesting shape to it too. I wonder what it's gonna. Wonder what it's gonna do. Rotation is very broad. What's this? Okay, that's just grow and sell. That's between storms, so that could be storm interaction. This cell down here. Too broad. Not focused enough. We do have ads in progress, as seen by the observations, the SES observation stuff. Forgot that when I'm in the game and I try to scroll something else outside of the game, it'll scroll the map at the same time. If you looked at it, had it upside down, it would look like something. Oh, what's going on over here? Really? I don't even see a hook echo on this. How long is this going to last? Rotation's looking very broad. It is strengthening. You know, it's sort of entertaining. I entertain the idea of being at this gas station. It's right at the center of the cone. Think the tornado's going to run over the gas station itself? The gas station is immune to destruction. However, you are not immune to the wind. So no, you cannot hide in the gas station. The wind will pick you up and the wind will still pick you up. It's sort of like if you think you're safe from Krista, and then all of a sudden she's charging at you with her arms out, about to give you a big hug. You're not immune to Krista. Her hugs are extra cozy when she wraps her tail around you too. Big hug, tail hug, tail. You know, her tail is soft and comfy. She's pretty strong, too. That's good strength to her. That's a species thing, too. That's something she got from the Aerocellus part of her species. See, I don't want to go to the other side of the hill just to try and intercept this. Because then I gotta go all the way back over here. So I'd much rather intercept this once it's past the hill. What's this doing? The ads have been extracted. We are now free from the ads. The storm north of us is starting to get a little focus to the rotation. I guess we'll see where that goes. All right, Thunderstorm. Will we be entertained? The weather outside, the weather where we are right now is pretty entertaining. Is that going to last? It does have a hook echo now. Alright, where are you moving? So you're moving in this direction, huh? Get the feeling there's a few other places that could start forming. That's the backside of the storm, so probably not. The only time you tend to get tornadoes on the backside of a storm is when there is bookend vortex. And that's when the north side of a storm sort of like spins, curls into itself. And even then, that doesn't always create a tornado, But it definitely can. The rotation from that particular action can spin up a tornado. Hey, we're going to go to the north here. See if we can get ourselves lined up for that particular tornado. We'll see if it has the range to get over the hills here. Rocky Desert Mountains. That's also a different kind of mountainous terrain right there. Is desert mountains. They tend to have a lot more erosion to them. Wow. This storm has become very quiet now. I sort of want to travel down that gravel road to show you something. If it's still there. Well, this tornado might not even exist by the time it gets over here, so maybe I'll show you it anyways. I don't even see the tornado right now. You know what this swerving road should lead to? A haunted house. I know that'd be irrelevant to the storm chasing environment, but also haunted house. Ah, down in the Rocky Valley. Here we go. Imagine chasing the tornado here. That would really suck. Oh, random creepy house would be great. Let's just hope that's not haunted by booze. Because if it's haunted by booze, King Boo's probably there too. And that would be a problem. We don't have a Poltergeist 3000 or anything like that, so... Actually, you know what? I'm sort of wondering if it's still here. It probably is. They rarely update the map at all. Yep, it's still here. I see it already. So you might be wondering, what the heck is this? It's an ultra compact trailer. I wonder if you went into this, would it have tons of room? I've always wondered that. I think it's hilarious that this is here and it's just like extremely skinny for some reason. Don't know why, but it's there. Ah, porta potty. I think that's green, so it's unoccupied. But I can't go in. Dang. That sucks. Okay, this scenario's a write-off. I'm going to discard it. But I figured we'd do that. I thought we were done with all the scenarios where barely anything happens at all. Too many of those in the pool. Could use a little less of them. That's all right. We had a good one not that long ago, so I'll take the occasional botched scenario that doesn't do anything. And one chase with earnings of 10,000 or more. Should be pretty easy for us, but we have to get a good scenario in order to do that. And we have to actually set a probe down instead of staring at the tornado from in the vehicle. They should add an achievement for taking a direct hit from a tornado and surviving. Like if you're in the Dominator and you anchor yourself. Or if it's a low-end tornado. Like, if it's a low-end tornado that's, like, 120 or, like, 115 or something like that, that's not enough to pick people up. So that'd be survivable. Dang, what is going on in this scenario? Storms are looking really spicy. This line's looking pretty spicy. Where's it all going? I don't know. I can't click on the bar because it didn't load the history. That's really cool. Oh my god, this... Is this a west to east scenario? I think there's a little bit of a northerly drift to all of it. So it wants me to refuel in South Bay for some reason, of all places. Dew points are good. Energy levels are nice and modest. Wow. Upper is very unstable. Mid is very unstable. What the heck? And we do have a spicy spot on lower, but that's like way the heck over there. And that just looks like a hail core right now. These storms, though, they all have like supercell shapes to them. That looks like a supercell. That looks like a supercell. That looks like a supercell right there. This formation could take a supercell shape. That is a big supercell right there. Look at the hail core on that. This is probably a supercell, but I can't see the whole thing. Oh, you know what I should do? I should have some music running in the background while we're doing some chases too. And then I just pause it when we're not doing it. In order to do that, I've got to mess around with my audio layers a little. So this here, I add the, no, not that. Not capture card. This one. I add the media player here. I go down over here, and I remove it from here, otherwise you'll hear double audio. I unmute that. And then I go over here. Oh. I forgot to remove that echo, though. There we go. Oop. Okay. So YouTube's not going to be able to hear the music when it plays. But we'll be able to hear it on here. And maybe on Twitch. Sometimes Twitch does VOD mute depending on what's playing in the background, but so far I think we're set up. Okay. Any rotation on this? Because the formation the storm has taken is making me a little suspicious of it. Oh, it's heading like way up there. I don't want to chase it up there. Whoa, okay. Hello, what are you doing? Oh my goodness, we've also got a hook echo there. That is looking pretty spicy. It's definitely focusing. It's currently at the south boundary. And where are you going from here? You are hanging out in the south boundary, which is sort of annoying. Well, we can, we'll travel to Fort City. We're going to travel to the gas station here. And we'll see where we go from there. Oh, get in. Open the map. We're going to zoom out so I can see where I'm going. Fantastic. We're going to head down to the highway. We got tornado warning north of us. Yeah. Sounds about right. I can go up there for now. But I really feel like that one down south there is also going to pop off. If this tornado's moving too fast, though, then I don't really want to chase it. I don't even know if I want to turn up here. You know what? Maybe we'll intercept over here. How fast is everything moving? It's moving pretty slow, but by the time I get up there, I'm going to have, like, next to no time to react. It's going to be really close to the road. Hey, that's looking even more promising. Okay. That's fine. I'll bite. I'll bite the bait. Okay, let's get going then. We'll head up here. We'll get set up for an intercept up there. Oh, good thing I did. The storm down south there is becoming a mess again. It's having trouble maintaining its focus. So it probably is for the better. Okay, I get a funnel cloud picture from here. It's already a tornado. I can't see it, but it's already a tornado. Where is it rotated? Up here, maybe? Oh, or maybe here. Reflectivity tells me here. Got a little bit of a disagreement between the two. Might cause the tornado to jump, might cause the storm structure to shift. I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think Hemlock already said hello earlier. Ah, yes, yes. So I can actually say 106 sessions at 93.8%. Lovely. Got to do the thing, and now you have, and now you know you're at 106 sessions, 93.8%. Also, everybody, make sure that you're accumulating silver pieces. Make sure you're getting that plus 10 to plus 12. Plus 15, I don't know. It depends on the, whether you're subbed or not and the tier of the sub, so. But yeah, make sure it's doing that periodically. That way you know your streak's actually gonna be counted and not messed up. I'm going to turn the wipers on here. And headlights. Metopia music. We went way past the marker. I got distracted by the music. Right by some trees. Exactly where I don't like intercepting because I can't see the tornado very well. Where is the tornado? Can't see it. Tornado. Might be covered by a visibility wall. Okay, so if it's anywhere, it could be... It could be here or here. Hold on. Velocity, tell me where it is. Wow, that rotation looks like crap. Wonder if it's even anywhere. There is no focus on that rotation. What is with these scenarios where the rotations can never get focused? Why do these scenarios appear so often? Why do I stutter so much with that? You hear that? Like, repeating the first two words there? Like, come on, seriously? Hold on, I'm gonna get back in the vehicle so the hail stops bothering me. Do we truly have a tornado here? If there actually is one, this hail core has prevented me from seeing it. Oh, I might need to head a little further south based on the cone's position here. Oh, here. Which is good. It means I don't have to be beside the trees. As long as a tornado can make up its bloody mind on where it wants to be. No, we got distant trees, but thankfully that won't be as much of an issue. Now, I need to get into the habit of facing towards where I think the tornado is when I pull over here. I really can't see that at all. Separate tornado warning? Ah, up here. That one does not have a very strong signature, though. Okay, well, I can't see it very well. Oh, a Peach Kirby and a DDD. That's, you know, that's something on the multiplier, but not very much. Not getting much back from the crows this time around. Could have sworn I just saw the tornado column for a bit there. What the clouds are doing. Dang. Are you moving towards us? Help if I'm looking at the correct tornado. Okay, it's moving down over here. I'm gonna push us a little north, just in case. Oh, Aldera's going for the shiny exchange. I'll throw Peach into a juicer. Diamanda, Kirby, and Cherry. You did get a little over 50% back. You did get over 50% back. Now, at least the crows came back with something sort of decent. Not enough to break even, but sort of decent. Now we don't have to worry about the trees being in the way. A little further north. I figured. Only a little north. We don't need to go overkill our northward friend. Motionless. How close is this? I need to be able to take another picture to see how close this is. Can you stop moving? See? The parking brake didn't work on it. Except because of the sloping, it was stuck. My mouse drifted there. That really doesn't help when it comes to determining tornado directions. Optimal, it's getting close. I'm going to put down the probe. And hope that the curse of tornadoes suddenly changing directions when you place the probe down doesn't happen. And it's heading north. I swear this is a curse. Actually, it might be swaying. It's swaying. No, don't head north. Don't be typical tornado, all right? Here, I've got enough time to pick up the probe and run a little north, right? Except the tornado's sort of intensifying, so this is making it a little more unnerving. I'm just gonna... It's still, which means it's gonna start... It might start charging at us. This way. Stop going north. Stop going north. Okay, I'm going into the vehicle. Oh, look at that. You can see the radius getting into the probe. I think we will get a 0 from the probe, maybe? I wonder if we're going to get a direct hit, because it's sort of trying to go north of us. Where's the danger radius? Heh! And the danger radius is not even going to hit the probe. Great. $262. Because it decided to obsess with the north. We're definitely staying inside until things have calmed down. Also, we're pausing the music. We shouldn't be playing the music while we're in the middle of a tornado. Okay. We appear to be safe now. PlayStation's having issues with me just now and is demotivating my grind. Dang. Really sucks when that happened. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Oh, this fella. 67.5 millibar pressure delta. Wow. What a beauty. Let's get the anchor off. 50 meters. That's what it winded up being. And it's traveling parallel to a road. So the road that we're right beside, I don't think we can use it to chase. If it's far enough north, we could use it to chase. Keeps randomly failing my sign into online services. Oh, great! Why if the PlayStation Network is just, like, effed again? Because they've definitely went through phases. Okay, it might be north enough that I can get ahead of it. I just really hope that the intake winds are not reaching the road. Oh, we're good. We're good. You can tell by the direction of the wind, though. Ah, it's online. Dang it. Okay, we are going for another intercept. I really want to intercept this beauty while the tornado is in its beautiful stage. Beautiful stage. Funny that I'm talking about beautiful stage when Flurry's theme is playing in the background. It doesn't look as big as it was. North. Back up. We're going north. I might not even have enough time to turn and face the tornado again. So we'll see. We'll see. Still going north. Stop obsessing with the north. Doesn't help that the road keeps changing angle. I don't like roads that constantly change angle too, because it really messes with our ability to line ourselves with the tornado. Looks motionless now. It is not motionless. It is still heading north. We're running out of time. Okay, I don't think I can adjust myself anymore. Stop moving! Annoys me when the parking brake doesn't set. Run! It's still going to be north because it's heavily obsessed with the north for some reason. Okay, here we go. We got a 125 from the probe. Okay. At least we got another intercept in. Okay, so this time, if the tornado keeps it up, I think we're going to aim for about here. Maybe a little further north because it has this obsession with going north. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Look at the storm structure here. No, I think this is where we want to be then, if that's the case. Okay, raise anchor. Arr, raise anchor and cast off. And we be off. We're gonna see if we can get an intercept on this road. We gotta be a little careful here. Hopefully there's no rear flank downdraft where we're heading into. Or an RFD. We don't want to get caught in that. Nope, we're good. Now we can get the music going again. Well, we already have the music going. Okay, we want to take our turn right here. That was a nice corner cut. I like that leaf that went through the windshield. The rotation, the velocity is looking a little sloppy, so I'm not sure if this is going to last very long. We might even get a jump further south. Oh, yeah. Okay, the chances of a jump further south is definitely there. Now, is that rotation developing down there? Yes, it is. It is developing. If that's the case, then I would love it if these stupid roads would keep being straight so I wouldn't go off them. Well, that's getting stronger. It's annoying trying to look at this map and deciding where I should be going. The road that I'm turning onto should allow me some time to actually mark something down. If I can stay on it. Okay. That definitely has an obsession with northerly trend here. So we're gonna... I'm gonna say mid-curve here. Mid-swerve. Right there. Trying to place a marker down, but these roads don't know how... They don't stay... They don't keep going. And we've got a hill. Okay, almost motionless. It's sorta southish. This tornado's got one heck of a curve to it. There he goes, talking about tornado's curves again. That's right, tornado. Right here. I'm over here. No, don't do this to me. Don't do the slightly south thing to me, please. That's good placement given the tornado does not change direction. And now it's heading slightly north. Oh, no it isn't. Danger radius? I see it. Okay, I don't think that was a 0 meter, but that was pretty darn close. 260 kilometers. I've already lost count. How many intercepts have we had so far? We've had quite a few this particular chase. I'm just gonna wait a little because I don't think 129 is forgiven enough. There we go. Thank you for your beautiful performance, Tornado. I will make sure I will make sure that scientists studying your data are in awe of your amazement, of how amazing you are. Also, 6,900 is pretty nice. 6 meters. It was just a little north of us. Can I get another chase in? It's going into the mountains, so the answer to that is no. This was the last good road to chase on. Good luck getting an intercept on the mountain roads. They swerve a lot, they wind a lot. It's really hard to see any tornadoes because there's dense trees in a lot of areas or a tall hill. So yeah, good luck getting a successful chase in the mountains. I've gotten them in some parts of the mountains. There's a few areas where you can pull it off. At least with the old scenarios. Not sure about the new scenarios. Because most of the time I do prefer to avoid mountains. There's a particular bend of road where you can actually corner yourself too. So if you're not in the Dominator, it's a pretty scary scenario. I keep forgetting to pause the music during the intercept itself. Now it doesn't matter. Now we're going to a gas station because I think that's the last intercept we're going to be able to get. Whew. Okay, so it's like there. So yeah, if you really wanted to try an intercept, you could go up this road. You gotta go up here, and then you got all the way over here, and hope that the tornado has not already passed. But I mean, I think we have exceeded the 10,000 in that challenge. By the way, I think we're pretty good on that. We might be pretty good on that. Okay, I get it. Is the visibility wall going to allow me? No, it isn't. It's like, nah, you can't see it. No, no. And we were one picture away from getting the fair and above one as well. $20,610. 263 kilometers an hour was the maximum wind speed. That is a pretty darn cool picture of the tornado. We got over 2,000 for tornado pictures. It pays to take pictures of tornadoes. It really does. Sorry, this straw just like tossed Slurpee at me from me shaking the Slurpee. That is really annoying. Good thing I always keep a thing of napkins here just in case. Might make my hands sticky later, though. At least it went over my keyboard and onto me instead. It didn't go on my keyboard, it went over my keyboard. It launched over the keyboard onto me. You know what? When we're between chases, we also shouldn't have the music playing. Well. We'll do another chase. I'm going to do a food check BRB after that. And then we'll be back with even more Outbrk. So let's get going on this next chase. Also, I should check on my make sure my lurk tabs are hanging out here. Make sure the lurk tabs are not dead too. There's also that. I gotta make sure that they're not happening. There we go. Yes. That makes no sense at all. Oh, oy. You know what? I'm leaving a lurk there too. I could get away with at least 2 lurk tabs. So, yeah, there we go. Okay, that's all set. Ah, yes. Stare at blank menu with no options. What's going on here? We ended a chase with 10,000 or more. In fact, double that. We actually did 20,000 or more. I wonder if that's one of the daily challenges that can appear. That'd be That'd be quite something. I don't even have to swap any of these, so that's also really cool. They're all soloable. I has pizza. Jazz is happy. Oh, that is a happy occasion. My goodness. Yes. We had pizza sort of recently. We had it at
Here.
Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? Hi, Tush. Tush has always been here, Sectoral Captain. I don't know why you're just saying hi to Tush now. Tush has been here since, like, the first second of the stream. Tush is always around somewhere. 2-second cooldown? My goodness. I think that cooldown is only there to allow the variables to refresh. Or clear or something like that. Because every time the hug command is done, there is a check with the battle system to see if if the target is resistant or immune to hugs. That check has to run. So I give it a little time. I'm sure it completes in like a split second or something like that. But I give it a minimum amount of time. Because Firebot sometimes has a stroke on occasion and decides that it wants to take an extra second or two to clear a variable or refresh a variable. It's usually pretty good about it, but sometimes not so much. All the hugs. We're building up the numbers. Apparently, if you get your hug count higher than 7, it goes on the leaderboard. Because right now, I think the lowest numbers I see on the leaderboard are 7s. I think I'm one of them. It's only at 7. But that's because I'm too busy streaming. I can't do the exclamation mark hug command while I'm streaming. I mean, I could. But also, we've got Outbrk happening here. Jazz attacking with a katana. 13. Rolled a 13. A decent attack for 3 damage. Everyone has access to infinite ham. Ah, yes. Can I actually get access to infinite ham? Ugh. I don't like it when this happens. So we're going to ignore this rib cage. I call it the rib cage formation. However, these storms look like they mean business. And fittingly enough, we're in Westport. What the heck is going on with all these? You know what? We'll just say that the radar is bugging out. Could have Firebot make it so that it does it for you if you get hugged. What? Oh, yes. Yes, I could, actually. I could. I could technically add that to the exclamation mark hug command. I do have Firebot configured so that if a Tangia dungeon spawns, I'll automatically join it without having to divert my attention from stream to do the exclamation mark join. It happens just like that. There was actually a good amount of Tangia dungeons yesterday. And I'm starting to see quite a bit more loot drops too, so I think a few people may have gotten some loot ups. Which is always good to have. What's going on over here? This is looking a little spicy. And it looks like it's... Wait. Yep, that's the right part of the storm. Where are you moving? You are moving right to the edge of the boundary. Great. Don't think I want to chase that one. And what's going on here? Storm interaction. Okay. We don't chase after storm interactions. When storms interact with each other, it can create pockets of rotation as well. Try Sneaky Girl is also getting the fight in with 14. It's a decent attack for 3 damage. With a little bit of knockback. No, it was not a tush attack. It was a bare fist attack. A monk attack. Which is a class in Final Fantasy XIV, by the way. It actually starts as Puglogist. And you start in Ulda if you choose that particular one. What's this? I don't see any promise of rotation yet. But it's got the formation to it. I want to do a shiny exchange. Has the sectoral captain done any shiny exchanges yet? Because when throwables are disabled, the sectoral captain has a chance of doing a shiny exchange. I'm going to do a shiny exchange with 222. Oh, the sectoral captain did do one! Almost 15 minutes ago. 2 seconds. 2-second cooldown. Wow, I got ripped off. I got trash. I actually think the Waluigi one rolled a negative number because of how bad that was. Oh. Jay got a Krista. That's a 1.69 multiplier right there. 920 shiny pieces. Wait, so that means the sectoral captain did a shiny exchange earlier. I need to see how this worked. Where is it? I just see replies from the sectoral captain. I don't even see the shiny exchange on here. Shiny exchange. Oh no, you got a really bad multiplier. Oh, that Demenda multiplier must have been a negative number. Because, yeah, 1 shiny piece from 50... 1 shiny pieces. It doesn't adjust to the ones. Yeah, that Demenda one must have been a negative multiplier. Where is the sectoral captain doing shiny exchange? Apparently it happened about 15 minutes ago. But I don't see it on here. Where's your message history? I want to see when the sectoral captain did a shiny exchange. I tush that. Pre-roll elimination cannon. That should be around 2030 something then, right? I don't see anything in 2030 something. Why is it under cooldown for the sectoral captain? I'm gonna make the sectoral captain do a shiny exchange. After figuring out how much has. Okay, so why didn't I see the results from the sectoral captain's last one? Must have won something. Okay, shiny exchange, 3,000. And made a match. Lovely. Oi. Not having any luck on shiny pieces today. Oh, apparently not. Not yet, at least. Oh, hold on. Hold on. What we got? We got tornado heading towards Gridland. Gridania. Here we go. Time to go chasing. Okay, so we gotta travel up the main road for a little bit here. Get ourselves ahead of the tornado. I think that's the debris signature over there. Okay, after the curve, we gotta take a turn. Oh my goodness, that is starting to look pretty good. On reflectivity, we're starting to see the see it wrap itself. Must be pretty strong then. Okay, here's the curve. That means our next turn. We're turning right on our next turn. I hope map overhaul is coming soon. Okay, it's about to pass this road. Get out of the way! I want to see the intersection I'm approaching. Thank you. Little tornado warning pop-up is just outright gets in the way sometimes. Right between the posts. Where's my bonus points? Where's my stylish? Oh, goodness. I think it's already passing the road I want to be on. Why? Why is it a fast tornado? Why do I have to deal with a fast tornado scenario? That means it's going to cross this road pretty soon. Gotta get ahead of it. Yep. Of course the ads are coming when we're right beside... We're right beside this tornado. Okay, thank you, Light Post. I appreciate it, but I don't. Oh, it's moving so fast. I don't like fast tornado scenarios. They're such a pain in the arse to chase. Our winds just spiked to 99, so we got a little close. Oh yeah, you can do a evaluation of where the heck your brain cells are at. I might be surprised at where they're at. They might be sleeping. They might be somewhere else in the world. I almost hit that stop sign. I'm gonna have no time to prepare for this. Accelerate faster. Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna anchor now. How did I get that? Holy crap. If you put no argument in, it'll say where the heck mine are. 170 are active. 7 are present and standing by. 13 are slacking off, sleeping. 1 is somewhere in Australia. What the heck? 1 is somehow in China. And 1 and 8 are missing and lost somewhere. Dang. It does have a short global cooldown, but, wow, how was I able to catch that tornado? I'm very surprised I got that. Pressure delta of 59.1 millibars. 5.2 Celsius delta. When you go 666, yeah, there we go. You got 234 are currently active, which is a pretty satisfying number. 220 are present and standing by, so I guess they're not doing anything. 177 are sleeping, aka slacking off. Nah, there's again, they're asleep. 6 are somewhere in Australia. 3 are somehow in China. 2 are somewhere in Europe. 8 are somewhere in the US. And 16 are who the heck knows where. Okay, we don't need anchor anymore. Also, I think this tornado just expired or got obstructed. Yep, it just expired. There it goes. It was moving way too fast. I'm very surprised I got that. We might get a reformation, actually, of this tornado, so I wouldn't call it down and out yet. Oh, never mind. It's not coming back. The energy is really bad here. Wow. Well, we got a good intercept. I'm gonna go back to Prairie Hills because I don't see any other tornadoes, or I don't see any other storms right now. These barricades are so annoying. I don't know why they're there. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Unfortunately, we have a very fast tornado. So, like, just like that, we got a really good intercept. I really took a risk getting it, but managed to get away with it. We did manage to get an intercept, but my goodness, this tornado was moving really fast. And now it's gone, just like that. Can't really pause the scenarios during ads, so there's not really much I can do about it. It's really annoying that the ads chose around this time. Oh, hold on. Prairie Hills might be a little faster to just go the other way to Prairie Hills. Hopefully the ads didn't advertise stuff that was too unaffordable and all that stuff. Hey, more and more things are finally going to start becoming affordable for me once they... I'll actually be able to get my finances in order. Holy crap. What do you mean the rest of 2026 might actually be half decent? Might be more than half decent. We'll see how the thunderstorm season does. Because I also factor that into how good a particular year is. 2024, you suck. 2024 wasn't like a dumpster fire or a complete disaster or anything like that. But 2024 was one of the crappiest storm seasons that I've ever witnessed. So, yeah. Secret girls' brain cells. 27 are active. Good. The majority are active and working. 11 are present and standing by. I guess they're not really doing anything at the time. 2 are sleeping. Sleepy, sleepy. 1 somewhere in Australia. 1 somehow in China. 1 is somewhere in the US. And 7 are who the heck knows where. I think that's all the locations that can appear. If there's a location where it's 0, it actually doesn't display it. Also, when you just do exclamation mark brain cells, the one that brings up mine, the percentages are actually weighed differently. I don't think you'll ever get... Oh, no, wait. I think there's a very tiny chance of the brain cells being in EU. Or somewhere in Europe. But it'll point out that I've never been there before, because I've never been there before. I haven't been to the continent of Europe at all. I mean, look, I haven't been to Central America either. I haven't been to South America. I have been to Asia. Japan in transition and China to visit. During one of the best years to visit China, 2008, when they were showing off for the Olympics. Yes, we did a school trip to China. Like, what the heck? How even? Because our Mandarin teacher has connections in China. So we were able to get something put together for it. I was in elementary back. No, I was in junior high back then. So this is another back in my day. Back in my day, I was able to visit China. Yes. Quite the experience. Quite the crappy camera I had. Most of the pictures were like damaged in some sort of way because it was a film camera, and apparently the film was crap or somehow got exposed to light, or I don't know. Didn't turn out very well. Some of the pictures were alright, but... Sheesh. You know what? I'm glad film cameras were phased out. For the most part. Because... apparently, they could just sometimes be a pain in the arse. Okay, so the gas pumps you don't want to jump on this time. They fixed the weird vehicle fall damage, but they have not fixed the gas pumps one. Yeah, there's really nothing else to chase here. Whoa, what is this? And why is there no storms along this line? Are you a baby storm? Do you want to do something? Oh my goodness. Alrighty. That might be the best that we're gonna get. But let's just wait just a little bit, alright? Because there is something forming, and I noticed the cape is locally higher, so we'll see if this turns into something. The winds, though. There is no support for tornadic. If we get anything over here, it's going to be closer to the mountains. You know what we should do before this is over? Go and fuel in South Bay. Look at these lamps. I missed the mod that allowed you to put more stylish lamps from the Hightail community server. I don't even know if anybody else ever goes on that community server anymore. It's always just me when I'm there. I got plenty of projects in that, and I rarely end up encountering people anyways, unless they get stuck or need a rescue. I've just been trying to make sure that my projects and all that stuff that I do are far enough away from others that it doesn't come into conflict. All that good stuff. Just finished making another station for the rail system. Or the second system. The second station of the rail system, I should say. Still in the northern area. Because of all the downtime inflicted by the major update. Right when I had plenty of availability in Hightail. Quite the time in there. Well, I was able to make some progress. I didn't really expand the tunnel too much. I was getting the station all complete. Now we got a connection to one more station. And then I've got to expand the tunnel again. There's actually a point where I've got to decrease its elevation. Because there is a Farron settlement. And it reaches far enough down that it could conflict with the tunnel. So it's like, okay, sanding things down. Okay, so I'm trying to go to South Bay. Unfortunately, get the South Bay pain in the butt. It's a pain. We got this dumb bridge here that for some reason has no ramp connecting it. Does this area have a lot of trees? If it doesn't have a lot of trees, then we could take the hill there. Textures are loading. I don't see evidence of trees. I was sort of hoping that would just be thunder. Well, it wasn't. That was probably vehicle damage. Okay, why was that vehicle damage? Get out of here with that. The answer, it probably is bad collision. Encounters another tornado. Can't dismiss that possibility, actually. Maybe that cell will decide to produce something. These are signs that there could be one. Up we go. Up the hills we go. So we're better conductive to lightning. Let's go down and fuel in South Bay. Lest we get distracted by another tornado. Look, that looks like it could be a hook echo, so that's what's interesting me here. Hold on. In order to get to South Bay, I have to actually turn here. Which, unfortunately, is away from the hook echo. But until it actually forms something... yeah, that doesn't look like it's going to form anything anymore. It was looking interesting. Then it decided to stop looking interesting. It was going to look interesting, then it decided it didn't want to be. Oh! It looks like those storms are taking off near Bakersville. Hold on, I gotta pay attention to this road because we got a turn coming up. Okay. What's going on near Bakersville? I don't see amazing rotation, but the storm's got the right shape to it. And something's going on. Oh, something's floating in the sky there. Yeah, it was a wind tower. Ah. A tornado formed right by the edge of the boundaries. Hey, if we followed that, we could have gotten it, actually. I'm just glad knowing that I was onto something with that particular cell. Even if there's only one road where you could possibly get an intercept. It's literally that one road. If it forms after that road, too bad. Okay, we're going to South Bay to fuel. So we can get that achievement. We get 3,000 Outbrks for it. I think that's what the currency is called in this game. We're driving through the O of South Bay. Alright, hello South Bay. I am rarely ever here. That was the gas station we just went past. Imagine taking a turn at 51 kilometers an hour. I wouldn't. Okay. Ah, there we go. Bottled water. Milk. I don't know. That can't be milk. It's not refrigerated. And powdered milk doesn't come in that kind of container. Oops, only beer. And look, this building's got a pretty bad roof anyways. The rain just goes through it, you know? Okay. There we go. Okay, so surprisingly, we did get an intercept. 668 on vehicle damage. Dang it, if only I took 2 less, it'd be 666, which would be great. Okay. Earnings are not all too amazing. 404 tornado not found. Okay, I'm going to do the BRB thing and do a quick food check. Otherwise, I'll probably just grab a snack or something. We'll be back with more Outbrk after that. I am going to exit Outbrk during the BRB, though, so it's not so hard on my GPU while I'm gone. And then we'll be back at it. Also, we have refueled at a gas station in South Bay. We have taken 40 pictures of Fair or Above. We now have 282,654 outbucks. Pretty good. Pretty darn good. Alright, everybody. I will be back shortly. Stand by. Oh, it's because I pressed Control-Shift-0. I don't know why I pressed Control-Shift-0. I'm back. Okay, so I'm going to add something to our array. So I guess our entire array of 4 days here will consist of some Final Fantasy 14 because it sounds like our group wants to do treasure hunts. We're not doing it now. We're doing one more storm chase. One more storm chase. And then I'm going to show you some treasure hunts. Hopefully the last chase is not a bust. This last one could have easily have been a bust, but we somehow managed to get an intercept on a fast tornado. Or it's slowed down. Tornadoes do change speed, too, throughout the chase. Early access warning. This product may explode in your face. Settings, graphics. We're going to fix this again. We're going to do this. And then we're going to do this. And we're going to change to the scene. And that OBS bug is going to irritate the heck out of me again. Okay. Offline chase. Sorry, solo chase. Or offline chase. I don't know. It might be the same thing. Aqua has some active brain cells, some standing by, and some sleeping. None of them are lost. None of them are in Australia or anything like that. Now we're back from the break. Make sure you're checking your channel points. Make sure they're accumulated. I want to make sure Twitch is actually counting the fact that you're watching the stream, because Twitch has a really bad habit of pretending people didn't watch streams. Well. This one looks interesting already. Seems like it's going good. Granted, haven't been paying attention to it. I feel like it always waits for somebody to not pay attention to it. Then it starts bugging out. Just really likes to operate that way for some reason. Okay. And what's it going to do next frame? These cells might interact with one another. It's starting to intensify here, but it's too close to the other cell. If we wanted to get an intercept in, that's the road we should go down. If I have a bunch of sweet and salty. Oh wait, but there's no starchy food, so it's not blood a blood plus, right? Ah. Imagine if I had potatoes after all this, though. Oh, potatoes. That was actually a pretty nice road cut. Still not sure if that's going to produce a tornado. It's really close to another cell. We'll head to the target, but I'm not sure if this storm will be able to get itself together by the time it reaches the road. I guess we'll have to see. I'm going to sneak in a hydrate. If I ever really feel the need to like, eat something or like drink a beverage or something like that, if I happen to be like operating a vehicle, I will still not take my eyes off the road. My eyes are always on the road. It's like I don't trust anything happening around me. You shouldn't be eating or drinking while driving at all. And obviously not alcoholic beverages. Why would I do that? I don't drink. Why is the terminology for that drink anyways? Could be like alcoholic beverages. Okay. I'm gonna see if the rotation jumps. We got rotation here, but the cells are merging. That looks like a fish or a dolphin. And that looks like a bird, sort of, with cut off wings, I guess. A bird catching a dolphin. I don't know. I don't think that makes very much sense. I don't think birds... I don't think there's any birds that really hunt dolphins. Oh, that's too loud. There we go. Oh. Yep, there we go. New rotation building down here. Just realized I spelled haven't as haven't. Oh. Ah, look at that. It did jump down there. The storms are merging, so I felt it would do that. I do that all the time. I get so upset with myself if I use like the wrong incorrect word entirely. But I think it's more of because I set such a strict standard on myself when it comes to that stuff. Like the whole I should know better. So apparently this is aiming for just south of the gas station. Wouldn't it be amazing if it aimed for the traffic light? If it was just like, I don't like this traffic light. Fungal Cloud puts the fun in fungal. I can't see it at all, but I'm suspecting it's somewhere close to the hook. Yeah, it's somewhere close to the hook. We got a little bit of a hook echo reaching out here. According to this, I should be on the highway ramp looking at this. I might turn around. That road only goes south to some extent. I see a debris signature. I think the fungal cloud has now touched the ground. That means it has evolved to a tornado. The storm is evolving. Fungal cloud has evolved to tornado. Wow, that's a very clear tornado. Oh, I love the visibility on this tornado. It's so clear. It's so beautiful. It just changed direction. It is obsessing over the south. It's not going to be able to move south too much further. Do it all the time. Do it constantly. Drives me nuts. Oh my goodness. Indecisive tornado. Make up your bloody mind. Where are you going? Here, I will shine the headlights right at you so you know where to aim. Oh, you're going way north now. Way! I'm running out of time. Can I drift sideways? Okay, I'm really running out of time. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna anchor. And I'm gonna place down now. Oh, it's heading straight at us. Okay, I'm going inside. Anchored. Oh my goodness. I'm glad we're anchored. Okay, a little south of us, we might not... Yes! That should register as a direct hit. Thank you, you beautiful column of spinning, of violently spinning air. Thank you very much. What did we get? Pressure delta of 58.1 millibars, temperature delta of 5.1 degrees Celsius. I am A-okay with this. Thank you for being such an amazing tornado. That was a direct intercept. A critical intercept. If the tornado keeps up its momentum, it has a very clear hook right now. You can tell where it is. That's not a very good road to intercept. I think I gotta swing by Fort City. Oh, hold on. We gotta lift the anchor before we can keep going. Distance 0 meters. We got 6,480 from that intercept. And we had the music playing the whole time again. I need to get better at stopping the music during intense moments like tornado getting close. 0 meters. Unfortunately, distance does not affect your score. But it's a nice extra piece of information to know. How close was I? Okay, now we're going to our next chase location, so now it doesn't matter if the music's on. It more so doesn't matter because it's Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. And I love the soundtrack of Thousand Year Door. I love so many aspects of Thousand Year Door. Except for Chapter 7. Chapter 7 Chapter 7 sucks. The aesthetics of Chapter 7 are not bad. The enemies are annoying. Which, I mean, you're getting late game. Of course they're going to get annoying. But that backtracking, that General White quest really annoys me. It's not as ridiculous in the remaster because you can just fast travel between the pipes. Couldn't do that in the GameCube version, though. So, I have to waste my time driving down to Fort City because this road forces me to turn towards it. Instead of having a road branch off from it to go around Fort City. Fort City insists you must visit. Sure, I'll visit. I'm approaching Fort City at 155 kilometers. Wait, what? There's a soccer field here? I didn't even know that. Why is a soccer field in a ditch? What a dumb spot for a soccer field. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is this? Twins! Twins! I think it's jumping. It's jumping. Which means that this new one is about to drop. We're gonna have to adjust our intercept a little. I don't think we're gonna have to do it too much. I don't think this is not a final boss. Why RNG? Is this tornado supposed to really be that intense? That unnerving? That end of the world-esque? By the way, this is the final boss music for Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I think I think we're going to be in danger shortly after I get here. Here, we're going to go by the blue house. There's no bear in there, I can tell you. Also, this is not quite the spot to intercept this tornado. It's moving at a pretty good speed. Anchor. Getting too close. In the vehicle? Good enough? The road network is unfortunately crap beyond this. Hit. Really cool to see the twin tornado, though. You don't get to see that very often. 117 meters. I wasn't expecting much better than that. Okay, so if we want to get another shot at this, we got to get onto the highway. Which, honestly, might be easier off-roading to do. Instead of going way the heck north. Yep. I think I made the right choice. Just off-road it to the highway. Look at the hail core. My goodness. That is wicked. Okay, it's currently crossing the highway. We want to intercept it on the road that we placed a marker on. Okay. It'll be clear of the highway. Shouldn't have to worry about an RFD. I'm pretty sure it's far enough away. Let's keep us going. If I can get ahead of this and get to the interception point, which I may have placed a little far north, actually. Also, this tornado is moving at a somewhat fast speed. Not as fast as that one tornado that we intercepted. But it's still pretty decent speed. We're not going to be given the most generous of time. Okay. Next ramp. Visibility is getting pretty bad here. Red lights don't apply if you cut the corner. What red light? What are red lights? Does it have something to do with a red light district? Wait a minute. Hmm. And to answer the random curiosity that nobody's curious about, what has the sectoral leader ever been in like a shady area? Well, of course. Sometimes your investigations take you there because they know stuff that that many other folks don't. I'm gonna see if this marker was right where I wanted it. Sometimes I underestimate the accuracy of my markers. Oh, hello. You have, you've grown. You have matured. I'm proud of you. Come over here and give me a big hug, Tornado. I think it intends to do so. You know what I should do then? I should make sure I point the headlights towards the tornado itself. Because then the tornado knows where to find us. I know tornadoes don't work like the Phasmophobia ghosts. Like pointing a light at them isn't gonna like be a dead giveaway of where you are, but well, except for yokai, of course. Okay. You're heading a little south? Okay. I'll meet you down there. Unfortunately, the terrain collision is sort of crap where I am, so you know what? I don't mind moving south a little bit. As long as I don't have to constantly swerve directions, right? Still heading south. It says optimal, so now I don't have very much time. Oh, that's right. Because of the road angle, I actually have to head much further south when I'm doing this stuff. Do not run away on me, vehicle. I'm telling you, like, the park and brake randomly failing is really annoying. Are you freaking kidding me? Why are the stupid ads always timing themselves for when we're doing an intercept? Why are these why are the ads so bloody useless? They just know the dumbest times they can possibly time themselves. Oh dear. It's even harder to see the tornado now. Oh, it's smaller. Thanks. And it has changed directions again. I just told you. I was so proud of you growing up, and then you became immature like this. Then you demonstrated this degree of immaturity. Anchor. It could have been another intercept, but I don't want to take that risk. Great. Are you going to jump again? Okay, anchor up. We gotta cast off to the next road. Which it might already be approaching. Mind you, it appears to be moving at a modest speed now. We got some airtime there, and that was a really good corner cut. Why did it say... Oh. So that's happening up there. Are you about to cross the road that we were... No, you've got a bit of a distance, but... So hard to see that tornado sometimes. Blends in with the clouds. Yes, get that out of the way. I really wish that window would stop appearing when I'm about to approach an intersection. That'd be really cool. Thankfully, there's no random ditches down here. Road, please. Thank you. It might be strengthening. We gotta make it up to the marker. It's gonna be a pain in the arse. It's gonna be a pain in the arse. Okay, we're just gonna pull over to the side instead of pointing to the tornado. Okay. It is obsessed with the north. Typical. Let's not get too carried away, though. It might not be willing to go too far north. Or maybe it will. Who knows? Reflectivity, what's going on? Oh, it's hail wrapped. Lovely. Getting pretty close to motionless here. Okay, I'm gonna anchor here. If it would let me select it, that would be really cool. It appears to be heading right at us. Let's watch it from here. Don't steer south on me. I'm right over here. I guess maybe you don't like headlights? And it changed direction again. Might I point out it changed direction very unnaturally. I love it when that happens. Really freaking annoys me. Quit being a coward. I'm over here. I'm not over there. You see anybody over there? I don't. There's nothing over there. Johnny, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. I could just stand out here in this because it's doing such a terrible job. Yeah, I can see the curve on the chart too. That stuff really annoys me. Okay, we're gonna pick this up. You blew your chance this time, tornado. You blew it. And I'm not sure if it's going to reform after this, actually. It appears to want to head over here. Anchor up. I didn't even need to anchor down. If I knew it was going to perform that badly, I wouldn't have even bothered. We did get an intercept out of it, but it was a pretty mediocre one. Okay, hopefully there's no RFD. Also, it was 99 meters. Ah, that rotation looks like absolute garbage. So I don't think we're going to get anything else out of this. May as well go to Eastern Falls to... Here we go. Mess around streamer about making some fun things for later. My creativity is sunk. Dang. Is there still a tornado over there? I have no idea because we're in the middle of a bunch of trees. But the rotation is looking terrible, so I don't... If there is a tornado, it's not going to be there for... Oh, it's still there. It's still there. Hello, el tornado. Are you heading towards the marker I placed? Since when do you head towards markers? It might be heading straight for me, actually. But is it going to make it here? Hmm? Maybe it is heading towards the marker. No, it's heading to just before the marker. So if I go over here, if it lasts... Why is braking terrible on the terrain? And it's dead. Okay. Let's go fuel up. We'll go to Eastern Falls to fuel up. This chase is over. We'll be going to Final Fantasy 14 after this. We're gonna do some treasure hunts. They're pretty good. We got some pretty good chases.
But
no, tush, Corey. We don't tush without consent. No. That means we're not going to need the music for much longer. Once we get to a fuel station, I'll turn that off and get those sound layers restored to what they were before, so I don't get confused. Yes, I know the fuel is low. Quit harassing me. That's where I'm going. I'm going to get more fuel. I think 6% is the lowest I've ever let it get. Cool. A tornado warning for a crappy rotation signature. I'm surprised there's any potential in that. It's like our radio playing. Except the radio plays like video game music instead of heavily overplayed celebrity music. Actually, you know what? Whoever composes a lot of the video game music, they're like celebrities on their own because they're really good at what they do. Yes, I want to go off-road. Okay, hold on. I'm not trying to go for a record, how close I left the fuel. So let's just get fueled up. Why did I suddenly slow down there? What is up with the turning? See, that is a problem all on its own. Okay, well, we set it to 5% now. 5%'s the lowest I've ever let it get. Sponge Violet, welcome on in. I hope you're having a lovely time zone. We're having a pretty chill time. I'm actually pretty happy with how a lot of the storm chasing went. Right at Red Lobster tonight? Oh my goodness, that doesn't get to happen very often for a lot of us. That place is expensive. Ate fish and chips yesterday? Oh my goodness. Seafood weekend. Sounds fantastic. All right. We've got what we needed from here. We almost got 20,000 from this one as well. So I'm pretty happy about that. I see the gas didn't get charged again. Oh, yeah, that's probably why. Oh, yeah, we don't need the music anymore. $243 kilometers an hour. Not bad. Pretty good. We actually got a funnel cloud picture. We got many tornado pictures. Almost got 3,000 out of that. That twin tornado is actually my favorite picture. I don't know about this picture here. But that twin one, that was cool. Now, I don't think it was actually twins. I think it was the tornado jumping. We caught it while it was jumping. But technically, that was twin tornadoes because there were two tornadoes right there. Either way, pretty happy with that.
Take this!